So what is good, everyone? It is time to go deep into the Grow a Garden new Blood Moon update and into one of the main questions I've been wanting to ask. And is this update pay to win or free to play? Now, I know the phrase pay to win gets a lot of people heated when it comes to the Grow a Garden community, especially when you look at everything around you where there is obviously going to be some specific things. There's going to be some specific things that can obviously, make the game a lot more unfair when it comes to just the way it works. Because like if you want to wait for the game, like if you want to wait for pretty much anything like an egg or your garden to grow, you could wait for it, or spend a bit of Robux and have it done immediately. Now lately things have been obviously looking up. Jandela and the team have been making strides and with Do Big owning part of the company. Now I have seen posts about this. Now obviously Do Big did buy a bit of the game, but they did not buy full ownership over the game, so they don't fully lead the direction of where the game goes. So say like with fish, obviously there's not going to be paid items literally everywhere, but it's most likely you could buy seeds or something. And it's nice to see how they only own, I think it's 25% of the game, and so it feels more like the developers will continue like the devs actually have the control over the game and where it's heading. So today I got to check out the Blood Moon update, and obviously been grinding this more recently, and this is a great time to note if you're wanting to join the Discord server. We have a notifier that'll tell you about the gears and the seeds, and additionally I am hosting a giveaway, and I'm giving away a few chicken jockeys of the ones that I have, obviously. And to enter, if you're wanting to, all you got to do is leave a like and subscribe and comment your username down below. So all you got to do once again is comment your username down below to enter into the giveaway. So first, let's talk about the Blood Moon itself. So the core around the update is obviously, as you see, there's a night event. Instead of just being the lunar event, it's the night event, and the night event has a 33% chance to be the Blood Moon. Now, so this will last around a 15 minutes, I think, and the sky turns red. Your crops have a boosted chance to get the Bloodlet mutation, which quadruples their sell value, which is pretty nice, especially if you are trying to grind money. But additionally, you can also contribute those Moonlit or Bloodlit things to this owl, since they are moon mutated instead of just lunar. Now it's both moon mutations, not just obviously the lunar one. So for example, obviously the regular strawberries sell for about say 14 to 15 shekels. Now if you were to get the Bloodlet mutation on it, they would sell around like 56 or so. Is this pay to win? Clearly not. So this is a server event. Like this event is server side, and there's no way to like spend Robux to trigger it or anything. There's no way to like spend obviously the Robux to trigger the mutation chances directly. Everyone gets the same shot at the Bloodlet crops, which obviously once it comes in stock would be sold right here. So this is 100% free to play. The catch though is that you usually on average have about a 3-hour wait, which can be brutal, but it's the same time for everyone, so there's obviously no unfair advantage. Next thing to talk about is the chicken jockey that was in that not a lot of people got. Now obviously if you are wanting to get it, you can obviously try to do the giveaway that is on this video to win the chicken jockey. Obviously that's just if you want to win a free chicken jockey, but also obviously called the chicken zombie. When the update dropped on May 17th, the players who logged in before the update, no requirements, nothing at all, they just had to be in the update, got the pet for free. Now obviously despite the confusion, there was a lot of people confused about both how this was going to be obtained, if there were any requirements or beforehand, afterhand, or like if it's ever going to come back. And despite obviously this early confusion, this is a very big W for honestly free-to-play players, especially. I mean obviously pay-to-win players can get this as well, but even for the free-to-play players, this is a really great thing to have, because it's one of the better pets in the game, and we were able to get it for completely 100% free, obviously if you were able to. And obviously, I think we can all agree it is pretty busted. And like here, you can see its stats as well. It has every 30 minutes about a 20% chance for a nearby fruit to become zombified, increasing the egg, and it also increases all egg hatching speed by 10%. That is pretty good, especially once obviously a lot of eggs take ages. And also the zombification or zombified mutation has a crazy 25x sell value on anything. Like that is a massive increase on the sell value, and you can and stacked the zombified with all these other mutations that also came in this update, which is really nice. So if you can get, like we talked about before, the bloodlet and this, say something that sells for 10 credits, then you have the 25 on that, and the bloodlet, which is 4x, then that one is going to have a stacked of 100% multiplied on its sell value, because it'll have the 25 and then the 4, or the 4 25 times, obviously. So this pet is really good. It's a really big game changer for us free-to-play players. Now, obviously, there's more to this. So now I'm going to look at the Blood Moon shop. So obviously, which pops up right here during the update near the Wise Owl right here. Now, when this pops up, this is where it gets interesting, and obviously there are, the pay-to-win concerns start creeping in. It sells exclusive items like the blood banana and melon seeds, which are really good, and it sells these night seed packs and night eggs, and it also sells really, really overpowered equipment called the Star Caller. So during there's a meteor shower, the Star Caller is used to pretty much pull and like force spawn almost, and like pull meteors towards that, and the meteors obviously get a crazy mutation. Also, I just got the zombified mutation. If you wanted to see it, it's pretty much just like this on the plant you have it on. But pretty much what this does is the Celestial is probably going to be the highest mutation, which is obviously from the comet or meteor whenever a plant is struck by it. And what it does is it has a 125x sell value whenever hit by this. And the reason why this is an issue, obviously the good news is everything in the shop can be purchased with shekels, in-game currency, not Robux at all. So this is a step towards free to play. So you can grab them without spending real money. But the issue is you can still buy them with the Robux. So this is like obviously when it gets tricky. So the shop's prices are expensive. Like the night egg costs 25 million shekels, and there's only one in stock per event on average. So if you're wanting to get the better pets in the event, you're obviously going to have you're going to be spending, on average, I usually spend like a few hundred million during when this thing comes in. Now, obviously, most of the stuff that comes in is really overpowered and worth it. Like, as you see, I got 2.6 billion. I was able to sell a huge chunk of these that I got with mutations and stuff for hundreds of millions. It was really busted, really overpowered. And if you compare this to the Lunar Glow events, Wise Owls, where you can earn this night and seed eggs in the moonlit or bloodlit fruits from the player track, like it seems more like this is the better way to go about. But you do got to think, if you are wanting to farm this rather than the Blood Moon thing, this thing takes 500 million to reset, so it is going to be a lot harder. So as you see, we got a new event coming in right now. And even like if you come over to the gear shop right here, another thing to point out, like some of the most overpowered gear in the game, like the Master Sprinkler, can easily just be purchased with Robux. Like that doesn't really seem fair, considering especially with the sprinkler glitch. If you want to check out that video, it's like really overpowered, the sprinkler glitch, if obviously you know how to use it. And this thing literally can make your garden go from, like, if you collect everything and sell it, from like mine, from like probably like 50 to 100 million, to literally I could sell my whole garden for billions and billions if I use this. And like obviously this is really absurd, considering the main fact of like you're able to just buy these. And additionally, obviously, same as the gear shop, we have the new seed shop, and the best thing you can buy, which is the beanstalk. You can just purchase it with Robux, which is like, seems pretty unfair. Like for me, it's been in only a few times and I've only been able to get 2 of them, and it's unfair. I would say obviously, that's the whole point of pay to win, is you can just buy whatever you want. But it's still like, it seems, it, like for me at least, like I can't get this thing, and I'm obviously not about to spend $7 on an in-game item and then keep buying that over and over until I get my value in it, And like these offers, obviously, like the Blood Owl, Blood Kiwi, and Blood Hedgehog in the shop, these are bought with shekels, which is cool passives. Like all of these things have crazy buffs. Like the normal owl, this owl right here is age 30. This one has I believe it's like 25, like 0.25 XP per second gain on your pets, which is really helpful. And the Blood Owl does almost triple that with a 0.6 XP gain per second. Now this is really overpowered, but like obviously they're just like the better version of it. And these mythical eggs in the regular pet shop, so there's like obviously the mythical eggs in the regular pet shop with a 7% chance for rare pets like the fox, all purchasable with shekels, no Robux required. This is once again another thing they added into it. But again, the high shekels, costs, and limited stock during the 15-minute event window, it's really hard for us to get, especially considering how expensive they are. Once again, they're clearly not that expensive for your average pay-to-win player. player who has like all the garden necessities to grow their thing fast. So now let's address obviously the pay to win elephant in the room, as you might call it. So game passes and Robux. So obviously Grow a Garden has a history of pay to win things, especially after Do Big Studios got involved. Some players on platforms like Reddit compare it to games like Fish or Blade Ball, where like the monetization really ramped over time. Like the Lunar Glow update already caught a flag for making like the moon blossoms hard to get, and having the thing that makes the moon blossom, which is super overpowered, easily, you know, you could easily get it if you buy it with Robux, obviously. And like something like that, it's kind of like, it's once again a bit annoying for your free-to-play players. But the Blood Moon doesn't really like directly introduce new game passes, but like existing ones like extra pet or egg slots still gives like pay-to-win players like an edge and like a better ability to maintain mutations and pets and all this stuff. Once again, with being able to buy gear and all that, it's just like slightly better than anyone else can really get. And you technically can unlock, say, like extra slots or these things normally. It's just so much more uncommon and harder to do, and obviously making like the pay to play way faster for progression and making the game a lot easier for them. Now, there is obviously issues with like scripts and exploits. I feel like that's always going to be an in general issue with obviously some auto farm duplicate seeds. These aren't a part of the official game, but can give an unfair advantage, especially for those willing to risk bans. Like they're not tied to Robux, but they're like the pay to win. Like they're like the free to play pairs, but like free to pay to win almost. Like you're not paying to win, but you're winning because it's like you're free to win almost. Like it's like they're not like they're bypassing grinding altogether. Like I do not endorse cheating or anything. I'm pretty sure Roblox is endorsing like creating a lot of really good anti-cheats more recently that can like pretty much screw you over if you try to hack. So like that's definitely going to have an effect on it, but it doesn't completely remove the ability for these people to exploit, if that makes sense. But what do you guys think? I think this is a W update for free-to-play players, but I still do though think it is really grindy for me, especially when I have a lot of work to do and all that. But make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments and tell me what you think, if this is a W or L update for us free-to-play players. Now, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed.